Black Phone 2 is a supernatural horror film. It is the sequel to the 2021 hit The Black Phone. This is directed by Scott Derrickson, written by Scott Derrickson and C. Robert Cargill, who returned from the first movie. The film brings back Mason Thames as Finney, Madeline McGraw as Gwen, and Ethan Hawke as the Grabber. This takes place 4 years after the events of the first film in 1982, where we see Finney dealing with the PTSD of being kidnapped by the Grabber, and then we know that he killed the Grabber. When this sequel was announced, I was very skeptical and hesitant because you kill the villain in the very first film. How can you bring him back in a sequel? Well, they did just that. The aspect of how this movie is done, how it's shot, it runs for 114 minutes long, has a budget of $30 million. This is about 11 minutes longer than the first film, and wow, I will say this, Madeline McGraw as Gwen is the brilliant standout in this sequel. The way she has her psychic abilities that was given to her by her mother, and it's just that she is the focus of all of this, while Finney takes a back seat as a supporting character because he was the star in the first movie. The way Gwen sees things in her dreams, she hears the phone ringing, then she sees 3 boys who were missing killed at this Alpine Lake camp. It's a youth Christian camp, and it's just really, really interesting how it's done. Damien Bashir plays Armando, who is the supervisor to the Alpine Lake camp. And not only that, we see Gwen, Finney, and Gwen's boyfriend Ernesto get there, but they're there for a reason, but everybody else doesn't know why they're there. But then the revelation comes together where it's like they understand why they're there. How the aspect of the Grabber returns is really surprising. It's kind of a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger meets Sinister, and by you put those two together, you get Black Phone 2. Me comparing this sequel to those 2 films is phenomenal, and I really say that because what really drives and what brings the Grabber back is fear. He only shows up in Gwen's visions. Her psychic abilities kind of push forth that, and we understand why. There also is a connection between the camp and Ethan Hawke's character of the Grabber. You know, the aspect of why'd he kill these 3 boys, you know, and the aspect of where are the bodies, what do you have to do. It's just aspects of, okay, this is really, really working. Mason Thames as Finney, phenomenal. Phenomenal, because he really has that aspect of trying to deal with the trauma. A phone rings, he picks it up, he's like, I'm sorry, I can't help you, and just, you know, puts it back on the receiver, and it's like, oh, this is really interesting. Because you could tell he's smoking weed, he's drinking beer, you know, and then the father, as we know, was abusive in the first film. There's small little minute details where he's drinking sparkling water now, and he's trying to get his act together. We then see that, you know, he still blames himself for his wife's death. All of that is really, really put together in a way where a film is really done well. It's not scary. There's maybe one jump scare. That's about it, which is really, really good. The makeup effects, in your face, gory, over the top, like sinister in a way. And not by the film standards, I mean sinister, but sinister in a way where it's creepy, where they show the Grabber doing his thing, and it's just like, it's always unnerving when you see a serial killer do his thing in a movie or a TV show, and it's just like, especially to young kids, and it's just like, whoa, it's really, really weird and just out there. There are moments in the film where you see Gwen in the dream state, and it's like, how is this happening? And seeing how Scott Derrickson directed it, where he has that grainy look to it, like how Sinister was done, the film, which he directed, it's just really, really good. It's really good. And then she comes out of it, and Finney's like, listen, Gwen, wake up. Are you here? There's a great kitchen sequence when everybody sees what's happening. Gwen is a spitfire. She's feisty. She's in your face. She doesn't care. If there was a award for young actors, actresses, she would by far get that award for her performance in this movie because she is a standout. Not only that, the only thing that I didn't like, which was probably more so like little, tidbits here and there is when they're on the ice on the lake and they have to figure things out, look for the missing boys who were gone. They kind of, do things, or they go in the water. It's probably freezing like crazy, and all they have on is a t-shirt or like a sweater. They come up, they're dry or something. Those little minute details kind of bothered me in a little bit, because they're just all the way down in the water. They come back up and it's like, okay. Then there's a part where supporting characters go away, and it's like, okay, what happened to them? Where are they at? The dynamic of how this film was done is really good, and the ending will break your heart. Just the way Madeline McGraw really performs as Gwen, and it's really, really good. And the aspect of how they defeated the grabber, what they had to go through, and the length of it was really, really done well. Ethan Hawke as the grabber is really scary, really sadistic, and weird. The aspect of him coming out of the shadows, going back into the shadows, and him coming out in the ice and everything. And anytime a horror movie is done in the winter or the snow, I always applaud them, because we don't get many of horror films that are like that. But this is really, really good. It stands out on its own. It's a good sequel that is on par with the first film. And it's one of my top films of 2025, and I will say that right now. Other than the aspects of the little minute details that I said I didn't like or didn't make sense. But you could tell, like I stated, it was that aspect of him coming back because of fear. What is it? After he died in 1978, it's all of a sudden like, how did his spirit survive? Oh, we know what happened. We know the aspect of how Armando, the supervisor of Alpine Lake, is connected to everything, as well as is Gwen and Finney's mother. Phenomenal how the story was done. Really great. I don't think there needs to be a Black Phone 3. That's it. Keep it at 2 and then move on. It's really fun. If you like supernatural horror films like this, you will enjoy this sequel. For me, Black Phone 2 gets 4.5 out of 5 film reels. Let me know in the comment section, did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of Black Phone 2? Who's your favorite character? Who's your least favorite character? Do you like the story that was told? Do you think it's better than the first one, or do you think the first one is good? Do you think we need a third movie? And do you think that this is a really, really good horror film? Let me know in the comment section about all the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next review video.